Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. A friend kindly sent me this beautiful little hanging lantern for a tea light. I love the shape of it, but I kind of hate that the wire wrapped around it looks like barbed wire. Ooh, look how you can access the little platform for the tea light. I don't know, it's still too pokey looking, like I might get tetanus from it. So I wanted to do something similar to the wire elf ears I used to make. In an earlier project I showed you using filigree beading wire, my moon face pin. Link below. It's a really pretty technique I learned from watching a tutorial on Craftsy by Melody McDuffie. She also has a couple of books that feature this technique. I'll leave a link to one on Amazon below. I chose some cobalt blue beads I got from Shipwreck Beads. I think they must be a size 8. I think they'll look gorgeous with the candlelight shining through them. If you've never been to Shipwreck Beads in Washington State, hie thee hither. It is an amazing, overwhelming experience. So, gotta start cutting the old barbed wire off the lantern frame. Ta-da! I'd originally bought some 26 gauge wire for the filigree part, but soon realized it wasn't going to hold the big cobalt beads, so I swapped that out for 24 gauge. Honestly, it's a little harder to work with, but needs must. Here's a pattern I'm going to follow. A cluster of 3 beads, followed by a twist of about 1 inch, branched out into another cluster of beads. So you see there's, a stem with a bunch of little branches off of it. I'm going to have to make 8 segments. As for how to gauge how long to make the twisted wire segments between the bead clusters, you're going to have to experiment a little to find out how much wire it takes. It really does help to think in terms of stems and branches. Once you do that, you grok the whole process. If this is of interest to you, let me know in the comments and I'll do a tutorial on twisting stems and branching out from them. I think each unit takes about 1 yard of wire, but that's an estimate. If it's too short, just add more, but I think it's better to have a little too much wire left over so you can trim it down if you need to. Here's where you start crimping and getting all kinky with the branches and stems. It adds a whole new dimension to the pattern as you tweak it all higgledy-piggledy. You do need to put a kink or a twist or a something in each one of the segments of wire in between the bead clusters. You can see that the segments are not identical, which is exactly what you want. This technique looks like it came out of medieval France to me. I've already wired 6 of the segments in place on the lantern frame and have the last 2 to do. I'm not sure if it really matters that you start from the top and work downward, but what you'll do is wrap some of the branches around the lantern frame as you go, fitting the whole segment within the frame. You don't need to add any additional wire to do this wrapping. And as you're going, feel free to tweak it so it's aesthetically pleasing to you. So here it is done. Don't forget to do the little tea light cap thing. I found this beautiful tassel to hang from it. But the findings are silver instead of this coppery color, so I'm just going to paint them. Is this ideal? Will the paint flake off? Oh, good grief, I don't know. It's just a little lantern. It'll be fine. So here it is in all its glory. Hey, thanks for watching.